Hey everybody, today we are going to talk about flying and what it is like to navigate the airport. Let's get started. So, first things first, when you go to an airport, you will see either departures or arrivals. And so, when you go to the airport, you will either be departing or you will be arriving. If you are heading from here to here, that means you are departing from A, point A, and you are arriving at B. So departing means you are leaving, and arriving means you are arriving. That is where you are landing. And so the place of departure here is A, and where you are arriving is B. And what we call the place where you are arriving is your destination. So at the airport, you will see signs for departures. That means you're leaving the airport and going to another place. And arrivals. That means you are coming to the airport and you are arriving at your destination or where you're going to stay or where you wanted to go. All right, so the first thing you do at the airport is you do check in and baggage drop. So you are going to drop off your luggage and give it to your airline. And they are going to scan it and check it. And they are going to take it from you and take it with them to the next destination. And so you do not carry your luggage if you check it on the plane. So you first drop off your luggage and then you check in. And so if you are flying international, means you are flying out of your home country or where you are a citizen, you will need to show your passport. Your passport is your ID in the new country where you are heading. And it is important to have when you are traveling internationally. You must always have your passport on you. Next is your ticket. And you usually have your ticket on your phone. Sometimes you can have it printed out in your hand. But that is the first step. You are going to do check-in where you show your ticket and your passport, and you are going to drop off your luggage. That is the first step. Next, what we do is we go through security. And during security, you have to walk through a scanner. This is called a scanner, and the scanner makes sure that you don't have any harmful items or metal on you. And so they usually give you instructions for making sure that you don't set off the scanner. And that's making sure that you're removing electronics and any liquids and you're placing them in your bins. Usually they give you a bin to put your things in and then they scan it here. So as you can see, she has a bag that she is carrying with her onto the plane, and she has to scan it and put it through this scanner while she walks through this scanner to make sure that there's nothing on her and there's nothing in the bag. Everyone must go through security. It is important for us to make sure our flights are safe. The next thing you do is go to your gate. That is where you get on the plane. You have to scan your ticket one more time. You are, in most cases, allowed to have carry on luggage. That is luggage that you are going to carry onto the plane and put in the bins in the plane. And what you do is you usually walk down a long hallway and then you find your seat and you get onto your plane. But this is where you board your plane. The act of getting onto the plane through your gate is called boarding. That means every single person that is there and that has a ticket for that flight will get on the plane and find their seat. That process is called boarding. Next, after your flight lands, so this flight is landing in Los Angeles. That is a city in the US. So this person is coming from outside the US into the US and they're landing at Los Angeles Airport. And that is their destination. And so, first thing you do is get off the plane and go to baggage claim, where you go and pick up your luggage that you checked at the beginning. The airline will put your luggage on a conveyor belt and they will rotate luggage and this thing will continue rotating like this. And when you see your luggage, you take it off the conveyor belt. And that is the first thing you do after you land. If you are landing in another country, you may first have to go through security and customs one more time when you land. That is normal. That is not shown here, but you will have to go through customs if you are traveling to another country that you are not a citizen of. But after you get through that, you go to baggage claim. Finally, once you have arrived, you need to find out how to get from the airport to your hotel. Usually people order an Uber or you can take a bus from the airport to your hotel or a taxi, whichever you like and whichever is most affordable and suits you. So that is all for our video today. Hopefully you learned some useful vocabulary for flying and navigating the airport. And as always, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.